You're listening to the Live Fit podcast with Glenn Johnson. Here, we'll talk about all things related to good health, fitness, food, fat loss, and the mind-body connection.
Yes, it is time once again for the Live Fit podcast. This is episode 42, goal setting. I know you've heard about goal setting before. Maybe you've even set some goals yourself. But let me ask you this. Were you successful? If the answer is no, or kind of, or anything other than the affirmative, maybe it's not a weakness in you, but perhaps it's your approach. In this episode, I'm going to give you 9 simple goal-setting techniques. If you follow these steps, and you are willing to make the changes necessary, you will be successful. I promise. But first this. Hey guys, since we're going to be talking about goal setting here, I thought now would be a good time to tell you about my Live Fit Lean program. Live Fit Lean is the 28-day weight loss solution that will help you dump those eating habits that you picked up over the holidays. It does this by giving you a 28-day meal plan, complete with recipes, a shopping list, snacks, and even a workout program that you can do at home. No equipment required. This program is perfect for people who want to follow a proven system that will reset their eating compass and help them lose 2 to 5 pounds per week. So if you know somebody who might be interested in this, please go to livefitlean.com and select the Programs tab at the top of the page. livefitlean.com. Okay, let's find out how you can be a scorching success with anything you want to do. The best time to make a change is now. Right now when you think about it. You don't need to make some grand declaration or a New Year's resolution. If you think you want to improve something about yourself, just do it. But do it smart. Now is the best time for goal setting as long as you have a plan. I'm usually of the opinion that once you decide you want to accomplish a goal, you should just do it right then and there. There is really no time like the present, because when you decide that you want to do something, you pretty much have your mind made up. So don't wait till Monday. Don't wait till the first of the month. Don't wait till the first of the year, unless that is in a few days. It can't be overlooked that New Year's is a great time to focus on self-improvement. We humans like this break in our lives to help us gather ourselves, to look back, to reminisce, and to look forward, and best of all, to begin again, to start fresh. It's kind of a reset. It's also nice to chunk up our lives into these sections, hours, days, weeks, months, years. It gives us something to hold on to as time flies by. I'm going to give you 9 tips to help you succeed at your goals. These 9 are: 1. Evaluate your past. 2. Write it down. 3. Make a plan. 4. Anticipate obstacles. 5. Make it official, or not. 6. Take charge. 7. Be intentional. 8. Visualize. And 9. Start. All right, in more detail. 1. Recall last year. Before you set a goal for the future, look back to see what worked, what didn't, and why. Did the year work out as you had planned, or did you do something else? Did you simply play it by fiat and hope it would work out okay? This is how most people do it. They get caught up in their day-to-day minutia and just hope for the best. But did that work for you in your favor? Are you where you thought you would be a year ago, 5 years ago? I know it's pretty common for people to do that. But if you want things to go your way, you really should have a plan or a roadmap of what you want to do and how you're going to get there. This one thing will make a huge difference. Looking back over the past year will help you plan for the next. So I want you to answer these questions. What worked out well? What didn't work out well? Why? And what can you do about it this coming up year? You can use the information I gave in podcast number 7 called Make Your Own Time Machine. This will help you a lot with step 1. In it, I make suggestions about how to make your year more memorable looking back while continuing to move forward. Okay, number 2, write it down. For goal setting to have a chance at being successful, you must make it real. Take a few minutes to write down a few things that you would like to accomplish. Simply writing them down will make your goals and desires much more real. Picture your thoughts, your goals, your hopes, your dreams as clouds drifting over your heads, or maybe cloud bubbles in a comic strip. The problem with these hopes and your dreams is they kind of drift in and out of your picture. Eventually, they'll be blown away by a strong wind and fade. It really all depends on your resolve and how closely you're keeping them to the forefront of your mind, to your everyday thinking. They drift away because they never were real. They were vapor floating above your head. So write down your goals. I suggest just a few that you can really focus your time and effort on. Pick the ones that are most important to you. If you do nothing else, this one thing will help. Write them down to make them real. Write them down to make them real. Pen on paper is best. Pencil's okay too. But this will make it tangible. Electrons are not real. Avoid using a computer or a smartphone for this, as it doesn't create something real and tangible that you can hold and touch and feel. And you also don't get that kinesthetic sensation as your thoughts go from your brain through your arm and out your hand to a piece of paper. Number 3 is make a plan. Accomplishing a goal is nearly impossible, and it is certainly improbable if you don't have a plan to do so. Think about what you want. Write it down and think on how you will achieve that goal. What steps will you have to take to get what you want? What other factors are involved? What barriers are likely to be encountered? Make a plan to deal with all of these things. It can be as simple or complex as you want. You can always start off simple and then later make it a little more detailed, more complicated, but get that plan on paper. Let's use a map as an analogy for this. Lay a map out on a table. Let's say you want to go from point A, where you are now, to point B. This is your destination. Circle point B and trace your route back to your starting point. That is how you're going to get there in reverse order. Now that you see where you want to be and how you're going to get there, you can start mapping out your path in the right order, in the right direction. The main point here is to have an idea not only of where you want to be, but how you're going to get there. Number 4. This is something most people tend to forget or overlook or don't really think about. Anticipating obstacles. Trust me, they're going to happen. Something is going to try to prevent you from accomplishing your goal, whether it's yourself, a friend, a loved one, your boss, the weather, power outage, working overtime, whatever it might be, something is going to prevent it. But you can foresee most of these, can't you? You can probably guess what obstacles will try to deter you from succeeding with your goal. And acknowledging them ahead of time and planning to sidestep them can mean the difference between success and failure. Think about the map analogy again. Let's say you're driving to this distant city on the map that you've circled. There might be some road construction. Well, if you plan ahead and look to see if there's any road construction, you could detour this area and not get stuck in a traffic jam for hours. But perhaps it can't be foreseen, but you can be prepared. Let's say there's an accident and you're stuck on the road and you can't go back. There's no place to turn off. It's a good thing if you have some water, maybe a blanket, some food. Or what if you get a flat tire? You want to have a spare tire there and make sure that tire has air in it. Number 4, anticipate your obstacles. Be like a Boy Scout and be prepared. Always be prepared. Because A, you can probably guess some of the things that might happen. And B, even if you can't, you know something is going to happen. An example of this is somebody going to the gym and finding out that they forgot their workout clothes. What I like to do in this case is stick a bag in my trunk with a spare set of workout clothes just so that never happens. It's not my primary set, but I have it there just in case I get the chance to work out. Number 5 is make it official. Now, there is a certain amount of controversy about this point. Some say that making it official, telling the world that you're going to accomplish this goal, satisfies a certain part of your mind that would otherwise cause you to strive for this goal. On the other hand, when you tell people that you're striving for this goal, they can help hold you accountable. So if you tell somebody that you're going to, let's say, quit smoking, and then you light up a cigarette right in front of them, they might give you a look and say, hey, did you forget something? But on the other side, if you don't tell somebody, or if you don't tell anybody, they can't hold you accountable. So how about splitting the difference? Instead of telling nobody or telling everybody, maybe just tell a select few. Number 6, take charge. Now, the reason I say this is because a lot of times people don't take onus for themselves. This is your life. Own it. You have the power to make your life what you want and to act and behave the way you want. If you let your life just happen, there's a good chance it won't happen the way you want it to. Or at least not in the most favorable way. It might be close, but if you want what you want, you got to get it. You can be awesome if you allow it. So own it. It's yours. Number 7 is be intentional. A new year is a really good time for a fresh start, but not accidentally. Approach this new opportunity to start fresh with intent. How would you like your year to unfold? You've written out your goal. You've written out your plan of action. Now it's time to live it and do it. Be intentional in the things that you do. Happenstance might be a habit, but it does not get you what you want. 8 is visualization. Visualization can help you see into the future and relive the past. In that, it's like a time machine. This is one of the most powerful tools that I know. Visualization can make things happen. It can help you change habits, win races, and reshape your attitude. It can literally help you change who you are and change your mindset. It may not be easy, though. A lot of adults do not pretend very often. This is really easy for kids because they play and pretend all the time, but most adults live in the real world and they don't use their imagination very much. So if you're out of practice in using your imagination, this is a good exercise to do. Close your eyes. Imagine you're holding an empty glass in one hand and a pitcher of water in the other. Keep your eyes closed. Now I want you to focus on all of your senses. Imagine that you're pouring yourself a glass of water from the pitcher. Feel the weight shift as you lift and tip the pitcher. Feel the weight in the hand that's holding the glass. Is there a change of temperature that you feel through the glass? Is that water cold? Is it hot? Is it body temperature? Is there ice clanking around? Is there a fragrance to it? Is there some lemon in the water maybe? Now when your glass is full, set down the pitcher and imagine you're taking a drink. Feel the water on your lips, your tongue, your mouth, going down your throat. Is it hot, cold? Is it delicious? Does it have any other flavors to it? Does it have a fragrance? Use all of your senses: touch, temperature, taste, pressure, even your sight. Doing visualization practices like this will help improve your ability to visualize, to imagine. It's like anything, though. It takes practice. Practice makes improvement. Kind of like learning to play piano. The more you do it, the better you get. The harder the piece you're trying to play, the more practice that is required. This pouring the water into the glass example may not be very difficult, but I'm sure you can find more challenging images to picture. In fact, I have a client I taught this to, and he was driving home from work late one night, and he was craving pizza. So while he was driving, he imagined himself eating pizza. He did not close his eyes, but he used all of his senses to feel the pizza in his hand, to feel it on his lips, and his mouth, his tongue. He could taste it. And by the time he got home, his craving was satisfied because he genuinely thought he ate that pizza. And it was completely calorie-free, yet satisfying. That's the brilliance of visualization. This is the kind of thing I like to teach my clients because it is really helpful. And finally, number 9, do it right now. Take control right now. You don't have to wait for a benchmark time or day. As soon as you decide to do something, whether it's you're listening to this or in 6 months after you've mulled it over, as soon as you've decided you need to make a change, just do it. Just do it right then and there. I really hope these 9 tips help you. If you use them, they will help you. But that's the thing. You do need to use them. It's going to take a little bit of effort, but I guarantee you it's worth it, because any goal you might have will probably not be successful if you don't put enough effort into it. And these tips will help you put your effort in a directed, focused manner so you can be a success. What will your future be like? Will you get what you want? Will you want what you get? If you are in charge, more than likely you will be able to answer yes to both of these questions 1 year from today. Good luck.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Live Fit podcast. Please keep those reviews coming in iTunes and Stitcher Radio. You can subscribe, read show notes, articles, resources, and learn more about weight management programs at livefitpodcast.com. Once again, thanks for listening, and always remember to live fit.